Hello.
So what's up mga ka-Hardwood? We're back at it again with another vlog. So I'm Noah.
And I'm Joseph.
And ngayon, kung makapansin nyo ay wala yung isa nating kasama, si Lex. Nagpapahinga ata siya may mga kailangan siya going for school. But still,
Tawag dyan ay load management.
nag-load, nag-load management muna siya kasi idol niya si Kawai. So kami muna yung mag-take charge si Joseph habang wala siya. Excuse me. And just because wala si Lex, doesn't mean na hindi kami mag-video. Kasi mahal namin kayo mga nanonood sa amin, na loyal fans and subscribers. So let's get on with it. So for the first game, we have Anthony Davis proving he's back to full strength. So Davis exploded for 42 points as the Lakers defeat the Suns and try to get out of the play-in tournament. So grabe talagang very impressive win para dito sa Lakers given na sila ay currently at 7th seed ngayon sa West samantalang ang Phoenix Suns ay number 2. Tama ba? Sila ay number 2.
Yes, number 2.
West. So talagang naka-upset sila na natalo nila itong Phoenix Suns. And for the second game naman, we have the Miami Heat winning a crucial game over the Celtics. Sakit, grabe. So Miami's 130-124 win over Boston with 4 games remaining gives the Heat a 2-game advantage over the 7th seed. Just 1 game behind the 4th seed. So talagang itong Miami Heat ay slowly climbing their way into the 6th seed, and I personally think na kaya naman nila since they are on a roll.
6 seed sila, 6 seed. So, 1 game behind 4th seed.
Yun pala eh. O yun. So, officially 6 seed na sila ngayon, and that means na pasok sila sa playoffs. Hindi na sila mag-play-in. Tama ba? Hindi na sila mag-play-in dahil nasa 6th seed sila. Okay. So, very good win para dito sa Miami Heat. Talagang importante itong panalo nila na to. For the third game naman, we have the New York Knicks winning over the LA Clippers as Derrick Rose takes the lead. Derrick Rose scores team-high 25 points in a big win over the Clippers in a tight race to the 4th seed. So, very crucial itong pagkapanalo ng New York Knicks, especially since naghahabol sila and gusto nilang ma-maintain yung 4th seed sa East. Kasi ngayon na nga lang sila ulit nakapasok ng playoffs eh. So, kailangan talagang pagbutihin nila. At kung gusto nilang makaabot ng playoffs, syempre, they have to give their best. And I think that's exactly what they're doing right now.
HD Rose.
And for our last game in the headlines, we have the Dallas Mavericks winning over the struggling Cavs. And no surprises here. The Cleveland Cavaliers are currently in the 14th seed of the Eastern Conference. Tama ba? 14th sila.
Ang Cleveland, I think so.
14th. So second to the last ang kanilang seed dito sa Eastern Conference. And Luka Doncic took charge. But he sadly left in the third quarter. But still, Mavs were able to get the win and retain the 5th seed. So for our first game na ating aaralin, we will be watching the game. Ano yung first game natin?
Miami versus
Miami
Boston.
Versus the Boston Celtics. Okay, so for the video. Okay, so for our first game for tonight, we have the Boston Celtics going up against the Miami Heat. So the Boston Celtics currently 7th in the East. Samantalang Miami Heat naman are currently at 6th in the East. So both teams are trying to hold off each other. Boston trying to avoid play-in, samantalang ang Miami naman trying to stay in the playoff race for now. As Goran Dragic, it's a 3. Yes, sir.
Well put lead for Miami.
Tyler Hero spots up for 3. Yes, sir. Tyler Hero is slowly coming back to his old form. Pinapakita niya na hindi siya bust at hindi siya overrated. As Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler cuts to the lane, gives it Trevor Ariza for 3. Yes, sir.
Step 3. Tampakan pa lang Boston. Kala ko dikit lang.
Hindi, akala ko rin eh.
Point lead at the half.
As Jason Tatum turns around, finds Fournier in the corner. Yes, sir. Good shot by Evan Fournier. Shot 7 out of 11 from 3 tonight. Very impressive stat line para dito kay Fournier. As Tatum gets a mid-range jumper. 17-point lead para dito sa Miami Heat in the third quarter as Jimmy Butler catches the lob from Goran Dragic. Marcus Smart looking for the open man, gives it to Fournier. It's another 3. Yes, sir. Evan Fournier on fire. Boston currently an 8-point deficit. Kemba Walker cuts the lead down to 6. 6-point game with under 3 minutes left. As Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Neutron gives the Miami Heat a 9-point lead.
And so Duncan Robinson currently 41% from 3 this season.
Very impressive para dito kay Duncan Robinson. As the Miami Heat win the game 130 to 124. Jimmy Butler, player of the game, 26 points and 11 assists. So sayang yung performance ni Evan Fournier dito sa larong ito. Grabe.
Big
Okay.
game para kay Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Buckets. So, first question lang ah. Okay, wait lang ah. Balik tayo sa PowerPoint. So, our best player of the game is none other than Jimmy Butler. 26 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, and 9 of 14 from the field. A very impressive showing para dito kay Jimmy Buckets. Really the leader of the Miami Heat, and I think the Miami Heat are currently at 6, and that just goes to show na kahit na hindi masyadong puno ng all-stars yung team mo, ay kaya mo pa rin dalhin kung ikaw si Jimmy Butler, kaya mo pa rin dalhin yung team mo into a playoff spot. And I think di ba meron pa silang Victor Oladipo, tama ba? Pero wala injured si Victor Oladipo, di ba? So just imagine kung gaano kalakas itong Miami Heat team if Victor Oladipo was on the court. So speaking of Victor Oladipo, sa tingin mo ba, Joseph, kung si Victor Oladipo ay naglaro or hindi siya injured, sa tingin mo ba ay aangat pa ang Miami Heat or ida-drag down niya pababa ang Miami? Yun lang ang tanong ko. So ikaw.
Sa tingin ko, since bagong kuha siya and medyo nag-a-adjust pa siya, is more likely same pa din siguro yung win rate nila, kung siguro around 50 to 60% mga ganyang win rate, since I think hindi pa din siya masyadong ibababad nitong si Coach Polstra, since ang shooting guard and small forward positions nila is taken up usually nito ni Jimmy Butler and their shooters, and pati na din ni sino pa ba mga guards nila, like Goran Dragic, and minsan pinagsasabay sila ni Kendrick Nunn. So mahirap talagang buwagin ang rotation, since alam naman natin na nakapag-final sila and proven ang lineup ng Miami Heat.
Okay. Ako personally, 50-50 ako dito because number one, I think I agree with you when you said na ang Miami Heat ay talagang napakalakas ng team nila. Especially since yung lineup na to ay nakapag-finals last year and they took the LA Lakers to 6 games. Tama ba? 6 games, diba?
6 games.
So 6 games. So talagang subok na itong lineup na to. And siguro, part of me also believes na syempre si Victor Oladipo, alam naman niya na talagang malakas siyang player and gutom yan manalo eh. Parang hindi siya papayag na wala siyang maabot sa playoffs. Kasi alam naman niya na malakas siya eh, di ba? Kung bago siya ma-injure, sobrang explosive niya and everything. So I think yun yung isa sa mga pinakamalaking factors kung bakit naniniwala ako na siguro may factor kung si Victor Oladipo ay nandito. But then again, yun nga, kahit wala siya, kaya naman ng Miami Heat. Kasi nakapag-playoffs, nakapag-finals nga itong team na to last year. Okay, so for our second game naman, we will be watching the game between the New York Knicks and the LA Clippers.
And so, ang ating second game playing now is the New York Knicks visiting the Los Angeles Clippers here in Staples Center. So, yan, number 4 sa East itong New York Knicks at 37 and 30. And then the Clippers is at 45 and 22.
Okay, so ang New York ay currently number 6 in fewest turnovers per game sa buong league. Samantalang ang Clippers naman ay first in 3-point percentage and field goal percentage. So very good offensive team itong LA Clippers since they have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Speaking of Paul George, hits the tough runner. Dapat may foul yun. Paul George drives to the lane, easy layup over Derrick Rose and Reggie Bullock. So LA Clippers currently enjoying a 3-point lead. Derrick Rose, one-hand jump shot. What a shot, grabe.
Jump shot na eh, pinloader pa.
Jump shot pa, pinloader pa. RJ Barrett hits a 3 from the corner.
Nice shot.
Sa ating second half, New York currently enjoying a 2-point lead. But that's about to change. Kawhi Leonard hits a 3 from the corner. Gives a 1-point lead to the LA Clippers. Julius Randle drives to the lane. Nice finish over Kawhi Leonard. Grabe. Talagang most improved player itong si Julius Randle.
Julius Randle actually finished with 14 points and 14 rebounds.
Double stat line para dito kay Julius Randle as Derrick Rose hits a 3. RJ Barrett Another 3 for the New York Knicks. Yes, sir.
So parang dare shot yan. Talagang binigay ni Cousins itong tres.
Julius Randle hits a tough mid-range jumper. And the New York Knicks get the win over the LA Clippers, 106-100. So, para sa ating best player of the game.
Sige. So, ang ating best player of the game, lang iba kundi ang former MVP, youngest MVP, na si Derrick Rose. So, 25 points, 8 assists, 26 rebounds. Kumbaga, vintage game for D-Rose and a big win against the Clippers in the last 4 games, I think, for the season itong New York Knicks.
Okay, so tama ka dyan, Joseph, no? Talagang very good, impressive win para dito sa New York Knicks over the LA Clippers, which are currently number 3 in the West. Tama ba? Number 3 ba sila? Number 3 in the West. So, speaking of New York, syempre lahat tayo for the past few years, parang pinagtatawanan lang natin ng New York kasi lagi silang kulelat, di ba? And ngayon, surprisingly, sila ay nasa 4th. Hindi lang sila yung tipong nakapasok ng playoffs barely. Hindi sila 7th or 8th seed. Sila ay nasa 4th seed. So, napakataas ng kanilang seeding this season. Pero sa tingin mo ba ay di ba? Meron pa silang home court advantage. So, sa tingin mo ba ay aabot sila ng conference finals or kung hindi sila aabot doon, hanggang saan lang sila?
Para sa akin, if the playoff started today, ang kamatchup nila ngayon ay ang Atlanta Hawks. And ako, I'm a fan of the Hawks system since napakadaming scorers ng team na to. And alam naman natin na Coach Tom Thibodeau is one of the best defensive coaches sa entire league and talagang binago niya ang season and ang culture nitong Knicks. But I think since pareha silang young teams and inexperienced pa pagdating sa playoffs, siguro I would as a fan ng Hawks, tingin ko sa Hawks ako eh. Baka bias pero tingin ko sa Hawks ako eh since yun nga, dami nilang masyadong weapons. Even sa bench nila, may Danilo Gallinari and may Bogdan Bogdanovic pa. So, ang lakas na ng starting five nila and then may shooters pa off the bench. This is a big parang dilemma for the Knicks kung sakali.
Okay. So, ako personally, I agree. I think the Atlanta Hawks will win in 7 games. Pero part of me, syempre gustong umangat ang New York Knicks kasi gusto kong magkaroon ng redemption itong si Derrick Rose. Gusto kong mag-succeed siya and I think a lot of NBA fans naman, they share the same sentiment as mine. Gusto nilang hindi man mag-champion, at least mag-conference finals, di ba? Para mapakita ni D-Rose na a rose can bloom twice. So, pero I think the Atlanta Hawks will win over the New York Knicks. So I think it's a first round exit para sa Knicks if they face up against the Atlanta Hawks. And that's given pa yun na, pang ilan ng Hawks? 5th?
Number 5.
5th. So kahit nasabihin mo umangat ang, pag umangat ang New York, ang makakalaban nila sa 6 ay ang Miami Heat. Tama?
Pag umangat ang New York,
so,
number 4 na sila eh. Paano sila angat?
I mean, pag naging number 3 sila, kunwari.
Medyo malayo number 3.
Malayo pa.
Dikit yung Brooklyn box.
Pero yun nga, I think, yun nga, ibig sabihin lang is, even if umabot sila ng 3rd seed, at nakalaban nila ang Miami Heat, I think kaya rin silang talon yung Miami.
Mas malabo sila sa Miami.
Kasi, syempre, we all know the Miami Heat. Sila ang returning finalists from last year's finals, diba? Against the Lakers. So, I think, may hirapan talaga ang New York sa playoff this season. So, I think siguro next season, kaya naman nila sigurong makaabot na ng second round kung magsistay intact itong team na to. Okay, so for our game results, we have the first game. Syempre, na-discuss na natin yan. Miami Heat against the Boston Celtics. But we were not able to discuss yung stats para dito sa Celtics players. We have Evan Fournier, scored 30 points and 8 assists to go along with 3 rebounds. And ang kanyang 3-point shooting is very excellent. 7 of 11 from 3. So that's around mga 60-70%. 63%. So very good percentage para dito kay Fournier. Tatum, on the other half, scored 29 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And if you can see, wala si Jaylen Brown sa game na ito. So I think that's a huge factor para dito sa Celtics. And if naglaro si Jaylen Brown, malamang durog tong Miami Heat na to. So,
Natin si Oladipo.
Hindi, wala namang kwenta yun eh. Joke lang. So for our second game, ito, na-discuss na rin natin to. Derrick Rose leading the New York Knicks to a win over the LA Clippers. Pero sa kabila, we can see Kawhi Leonard scoring 29 points to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Paul George, medyo underwhelming ang kanyang performance, only scoring 18 points to go along with 8 rebounds and 4 assists. So our third game naman sa game results na ito ay ang New Orleans Pelicans over the Charlotte Hornets. So Eric Bledsoe leading the team to a win. Double-double para dito sa kanya. 24 points with 11 assists and 4 rebounds. To go along with 2 steals in just 33 minutes. So filling up the stat sheets. Ito naman si Jackson Hayes. Isa pa to. Very impressive ang kanyang stat line dito. 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Grabe. Parang bihira yung ganun eh. No? Parang more than... Parang usually nakita ko ang blocks ng mga big man. Mga around 4, 3. Sa kanya, 6. Grabe.
Okay.
Defensive player of the year. So, para dito naman sa kabila, sa Charlotte Hornets, Terry Rozier scoring 43 points on a loss. So, malamang masakit sa puso niya yan, knowing na siya yung nakascore ng game high and imagine, no? Ikaw yung
career
gumawa
high din yata yan eh. So,
diba? Career
43
high
points for Terry Rozier. Sayang.
So, career high on a loss. So, medyo heartbreaking yan para dito kay Terry Rozier and I think also for the Charlotte Hornets, knowing na meron silang player na nag-init pero natalo pa rin sila. Lonzo Ball on the other hand scored 22
Lamelo yan,
points.
Lamelo.
Ay, Lamelo Ball. Sorry. Lamelo Ball scoring 22 points to go along with 5 assists and 4 rebounds. So I think talagang pinapakita niya na hindi chamba yung mga naging performance niya bago siya na-injure. He's continuing to show impressive stat lines after the injury. Ikaw ba, Joseph, agree ka ba na hindi bust si Lamelo Ball? Or bust siya para sa'yo?
Hindi siya bust. I think although si Anthony Edwards is showing up na since the All-Star break, number 1 pick siya eh. So talagang hindi mo expected mo talaga na somewhere along the road na magbo-bloom siya and magpapakita siya ng flashes. Although ito si Lamelo Ball is much more of a parang playmaker talaga. Hindi naman din siya nagpapahiya na alam naman natin halos every game meron siyang highlight pass na nakikita natin.
Tama ka dyan. So ako personally, I am a fan of the Ball brothers. And not because of LeVar Ball. Fan ako nila kasi ayoko talaga, si LeVar Ball yun, ayoko talaga yun. Pero the Ball brothers, I think it is unfair to call them busts or overrated. Kasi si Lonzo Ball, for example, Lonzo Ball, kaya lang naman siya tinawag na overrated dahil sa tatay niya. Kasi masyado siyang hinipe up ng tatay niya to the point na akala ng mga tao siya na yung next Magic Johnson. Diba? So parang ang unfair naman nun, diba? Pero kung titingnan, pero diba, hindi naman siya kaya lang naman siya nag-underperform noon kasi nasa Lakers siya. Diba kasama niya si LeBron?
First year niya, wala pa ata si LeBron.
Wala
pa si LeBron. Ingram, Kuzma pa lang.
Marami sila nun, may Ingram, may Kuzma. Diba, parang masyadong marami yung aagaw sa kanya ng spotlight, diba? So, parang for me, it's unfair to call them busts. Hindi naman sila bano eh. Tinan mo ngayon si Lonzo Ball, okay naman siya sa Pelicans eh. Diba? Scoring 14 points per game to go along with 5 assists and ilang rebounds pa, 5 din na ata. So, at least, diba? Consistent yung performances niya. And si Lamelo Ball naman, diba? Self-explanatory. Very explosive right off the bat. Diba? So, ako, fan ako ng Ball brothers. Hindi sila overrated. Kung nagsasabi ng overrated, mga pulpul.
Ako, Lamelo lang.
Lamelo lang. Okay, so,
next
for our next slide, we have the Mavericks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, very impressive performance para dito kay Tim Hardaway Jr. Scoring 25 points to go along with 3 assists and 7 3-pointers from him. So, talagang pinapakita nito na ma-shooter siya sa tatay niya, si Tim Hardaway Sr. Josh Richardson naman, 20 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. And Luka Doncic only scoring 15 points to go along with 5 rebounds and 5 assists because he was ejected in the third quarter. So I think it is safe to say na even if wala si Luka Doncic, talagang mahina lang tong Cavaliers team na to. Kasi tinalo pa rin sila ng Dallas Mavericks kahit wala si Doncic. So para sa kabila naman, Colin Sexton's doing what he does best, 24 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. Pero I think siya lang yung notable player sa Cleveland ngayon kasi si Kevin Love parang talagang sinukuan niya yung team eh. Parang ayaw na niya, gusto niya umalis eh.
So, pakala ni Kabingil eh.
Ano?
Anong pangalan ni Kabengel eh?
Hindi ko alam, hindi ko kilala yan. Kaya nga hindi ko na binanggit eh. Kaya hindi ko na binanggit yung stats niya eh. Basta yan. Pero diba, tinan mo, sino yung mga notable players dito? Sino yung highest pointers? Hindi nga natin kilala eh. Diba? Si Sexton lang.
Kilala ko lang ata dyan. Si Osman. Si
Wala,
Deli.
hindi naman.
Deli, di na ata naglalaro eh.
Wala na, di ba? Wala
Low
nung...
siya this season eh. Somewhere along this season.
Pero hindi naman din siya yung... Kaya lang naman sumikat si Daly dahil kay Lebron eh, di ba? So,
Siya ng Caruso before.
di ba? So, parang talagang it is safe to say na the Cleveland Cavaliers are in full rebuild mode already.
Still in full rebuild mode.
Ano?
Still in full build remote.
Still in
full rebuild. Tama.
After umalis si Lebron, I think talagang na-shatter itong Cleveland Cavaliers. Hindi na sila nakabalik.
Taas pa naman ang expectation sa kanila nung na-back-to-back nila yung Brooklyn.
Wala, chamba lang yun. Nakachamba lang si Sexton dun. So for our second game naman, sa slide na ito, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves winning over the Orlando Magic. So D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns scoring 27 points each, and Anthony Edwards putting up a double-double, 16 points to go along with 10 rebounds and 5 assists. So mas marami pang rebounds si Anthony Edwards kaysa kay Karl Anthony Towns. So I think Anthony Edwards showing that he is not a bust and mataas ang kanyang potential. I think next season siguro pwede siyang mag-all-star. Tingin mo? Agree ka ba doon? Hindi.
Maaga pa.
Ako, umaasa ako.
Babalik pa si Clay.
Ano ka nalaman ni Clay sa Minnesota?
Nasa West si Clay eh. Hati yung votes.
Okay. Sa bagay. Pero yun nga, I think mataas ang potential nito ni Anthony Edwards. I think kaya niyang madala ang Minnesota sa playoffs. Yun ang ceiling niya. Siguro 5th seed at most. So para sa Orlando Magic naman, I think after Nikola Vucevic and Aaron Gordon left, talagang full rebuild mode na rin sila. Hindi mo kilala to mga to eh. Ito mga player na to. RJ Hampton ba to?
Ham and bacon.
Diba? Ham and bacon.
Ganda ng combo
Diba? Hindi ko makilala to mga to eh. So I think the Orlando Magic losing to the Minnesota Timberwolves is no surprise. And partida pa yan ang Minnesota ay currently in the bottom of the West net, pero I think mas malakas talaga sila compared sa Orlando Magic. Okay, so for our next game naman, we have the Chicago Bulls winning over the Detroit Pistons. I think the Levine-Vucevic combo finally showing its true potential. So Zach LaVine scoring 30 points to go along with 6 assists and 3 rebounds in just 35 minutes. So he shot 10 of 16 from the field. Samantalang si Vucevic naman ay naka 29 points to go along with 16 rebounds. So what a monster game para dito sa big man na ito. Also with 2 assists. So Kobe White also had his fair share of points. He scored 21 points to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Sa kabila naman, itong Detroit Pistons, ang kilala ko lang dyan ay si Jeremy Grant, so hindi ko kilala itong mga to. hindi ko sila kilala. So I think it's also no surprise that the Chicago Bulls were able to defeat the Detroit Pistons, as the Pistons are currently last place in the Eastern Conference of Ivy League.
Tama.
Wait lang, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Saglit lang. Okay, so we are back. Apologies for the technical difficulties that we just faced. Pero naayos naman na namin. Minor lang naman. So, back to the stats. Itong Detroit Pistons, I think, kapag wala si Jeremy Grant, mahina pa rin talaga sila. I think given na yun. Kasi kahit naman nandiyan si Jeremy Grant, talagang mahirap. Wala silang nararating. I think it's safe to say na isa rin silang team na nasa full rebuild mode ngayong season and for the next seasons to come. Okay, so for our final game, we will be watching the game between the LA Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. Sana nanalo yung Phoenix, no? Sana lang. So, tingnan natin. So, let's see kung sino ang nagwagi. Tingnan natin kung ano ang naging problema. Ganito, ganyan. Let's just watch the game. Okay, so for our final game of the day, we have the LA Lakers going up against the Phoenix Suns. LA? Wala, malayo. Lugi LA dito. Diyos ko. So, LA currently 5th in blocks. Samantalang ang Phoenix naman ay 2nd in field goal percentage. So, very good offensive team itong Phoenix Suns. As we all know, they have Devin Booker and Chris Paul.
So the LA Lakers, grabe, opening a huge lead over the Phoenix Suns. 13-point lead agad as Chris Paul beats the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. Grabe, tambak ah. Hindi ako makapaniwala sa nakita ko ah. Partida, wala pa si LeBron ah.
Ako naman. 13-point lead ulit for the Lakers.
As Anthony Davis, grabe. Doing what he does best in the paint. And even outside of the paint, shooting from all sides of the floor. Second half, the LA Lakers still enjoying a 14-point lead, and that's about to be extended to a 17-point lead as KCP hits a 3. Then Macklemore, pull up 3. Grabe, tambak ah. Di ako makapaniwala dito ah.
Online talaga shooters nitong Lakers talaga. Mayroon talaga talunin.
Kaya nga eh. So the LA Lakers currently have a 10-point lead with under a minute left, and I think that's the icing on the cake as Anthony Davis finishes the game for the LA Lakers with a dunk. Grabe. Kung mapalakpak si LeBron, grabe. Uy, nananalo yung team ko nang wala ako. Sabihin, wala kang kwenta. Ibig sabihin nun eh.
Isig ng tagabuhat ko, kumbaga.
Mga haters. Okay, so for our best player of the game.
Okay, so ang ating best player of the game, walang iba. Kundi ang 5-time All-Star from the LA Lakers. So Anthony Davis exploding with 42 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. So AD back-to-back 30-plus point games for the Lakers. So I think he's announcing his successful return from his injury na nung una inaakala na possible Achilles tear. Ano sa tingin mo what kind of news does this bring to the Lakers and to the rest of the NBA?
I think syempre unang-una kailangan nating alalahanin na si LeBron kung nasaan naman siya ngayon ay tuwan-tuwa kasi yung bumubuhat sa kanya malakas na naman eh. Di ba? Hindi na niya kailangan, sino bubuhat sa akin? Masisira na naman yung legacy ko. Kasi tanggapin niyo man o hindi, binubuhat lang siya ni Anthony Davis. Yun lang ang masasabi ko. And I think, para sa akin, siguro, hindi ako masaya. I think, ang masaya lang naman dito yung mga LA fans eh. Kasi di ba? Either you're an LA Lakers fan or you're not. Yun lang naman yun eh.
Or you're a hater, kumbaga.
Oh, either you're a fan or a hater. Yun lang naman yun. Kung hindi man hater, hindi ka lang talaga fan. Wala ka lang pake. I think LA Lakers are yung fans ng LA Lakers are currently rejoicing right now, seeing na itong si Anthony Davis is back to his natural form. Tipin mo 42 points, 12 rebounds. Pagbalik niya, ganun agad. Ako parang nainis pa nga ako eh kasi hater ako eh, di ba? So parang ano ba to, nagpapakitang gilas na naman si Anthony Davis. Ang sakit naman makita nito. Pero I think it's very good for the LA Lakers, especially since even if for example nag-play-in sila. Malaking bagay si Anthony Davis kasi kung kompleto sila, nandiyan si LeBron, nandiyan si AD, dudurugin lang nila yung Warriors. Okay, so ikaw naman, Seth, magsalita ka na.
AD who?
Naka 42 points, so.
Sinisweep lang namin yung Pelicans na yun dati. But anyway, syempre, alam naman natin ibang team ang Pelicans before and the Lakers this year. So, Lakers ay very, very stacked and very deep lineup. So, yan, almost 50% shooting and just 2 misses from the free throw line. So, talagang AD showing and dominating with power for this game. So, we'll proceed with our game stats. Game results pala, sorry.
Okay. So, for our game results, syempre nakita natin yung kakatapos ng laro. The LA Lakers winning over the Phoenix Suns. Davis, monster game. Stats were discussed already. Pero Caruso and Caldwell Pope rising to the occasion, scoring 17 points each. And sa kabila naman, we have Cameron Payne. Unlikely highest scorer, kasi usually diba highest scorer dito ay either si Booker or si Ayton, kundi man sila ay si Chris Paul. Pero tonight, si Cameron Payne, almost perfect from the field tonight. 24 points in 9 of 10 shooting and 4 of 5 from 3-point land. So I think yung isa niyang mintes is from 3. Since yun lang yung mintes na nakita natin. Pero grabe, very impressive. Kahit na natalo sila, I think Cameron Payne showing that he was a good pickup by the Phoenix Suns. So Devin Booker only scoring 21 points on 5 of 14 shooting. So medyo maalat-alat itong si Devin Booker tonight. And Chris Paul, I think medyo mababa ang scoring output but was still able to pass the ball exceptionally well. 10 assists and 4 rebounds. So for our last game, two bottom feeders facing up against each other. The OKC Thunder going up against the Sacramento Kings, and the Kings were able to come out on top behind Davis. Kung sino ka mang Davis ka, hindi kita kilala.
Terrence Davis.
Terrence Davis scoring 18 points to go along with 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And Mo Harkless also 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And si Richaun Holmes naman was able to chip in 15 points to go along with 4 rebounds and 7 of 9 from the field. I think good win para dito sa Sacramento Kings kahit nawala si De'Aaron Fox. I think injured siya, tama ba? De'Aaron Fox suffered a season-ending injury and I don't know when he will be back. Pero it doesn't matter kasi hindi naman papasok sa playoffs tong kahit magpahinga na siya buong summer. And I think si Buddy Hield medyo nag-underperform din for tonight's game. Wala siya sa top 3 scorers. And usually siya yung nag-aano sa scoring load eh. Since wala si De'Aaron Fox, siya yung primary scorer. But I think medyo hindi siya nagpakita ng linis tonight. Sa kabila naman, we have the OKC Thunder. Hindi ko rin kilala itong mga to. Kaya siguro sila natalo. wala silang kilalang player.
Wala akong kilala, bandwagon ka.
Kilala ko lang dito si Basley pala.
Darius Basley.
Darius Basley, oh.
18 points, 6 rebounds.
Itong isa na to, yung pangalo, si MIA-BOS. Si Svian, di ba? MIA-BOS.
Hindi ko alam.
O diba? Ikaw yung bandwagon, hindi mo kilala.
At least may isa akong kilala.
Okay. Kilala ko rin mo si Basley. Diba?
Sabi mo kanina, hindi eh.
But still, I think the OKC Thunder are also in full rebuild mode. Sino bang star player nila maliban kay SGA? Parang wala na, di ba?
Lou Dort.
Sino naman star player si Lou Dort?
Ganda ng laro niya ngayon eh. Si ano, sino pa ba?
Al Horford.
Si Al Horford.
Old man Al Horford. Nakita mo yun, yung report kung bakit talata. Old.
Tek.
Tanda na raw, kaya hindi pinapalaro. Okay, so that's it for our game results. We have the standings next. So for our standings, ganun pa rin naman. Kung ano yung pinagsasabi namin these past few days, ganun pa rin naman yung standings hanggang ngayon. Wala naman nagbago. Kung sino yung mga winners, sila pa rin ang nasa top. Kung sino yung mga kulelat, bobo pa rin naman sila. Di naman magbabago yun. And I think there is a possibility na magkita sa play-in ang LA Lakers at Golden State Warriors. Yan talaga yung pinaka-inaabangan ko eh.
Hindi ako kahit Golden State fan ako. Kahit Lakers hater ako. Lakers yung ayoko makatapat dyan.
Diba?
Lalo ng healthy Lakers.
Medyo tough match-up para dito sa Golden State Warriors itong LA Lakers. But I think the Memphis Grizzlies still have a chance if they win their next game and the Warriors lose their next game. Ano ba? Babago ba yan?
Pwede, oo.
Papasok sila. If the Memphis Grizzlies win in their next game and matalo ang Golden State Warriors sa next game nila, kaya ang next game pa naman nila ay Utah Jazz.
Wala pa naman si Mitchell eh. Wala pa si Mitchell.
Tingnan natin.
Minsan kasi deceiving yung ganyan na ano eh, mababa yung kalaban mo. Kasi pag mababa kalaban mo, nothing to lose sila. Parang may Minnesota, laging nananalo pagkalaglag nila. Kasi parang nothing to lose na sila.
Tsaka I think NBA talaga, hindi naman basta-basta yan eh. For example, sa mga ligang labas, kapag may team na mahina talaga yung team na yun. So, hindi sila nakaka-upset. Ganun naman eh kapag liga labas. Pero sa NBA, hindi naman basta-basta to mga to eh. Hindi naman mga liga labas players lang to eh, di ba? Malalakas talaga to. The best in the world. So I think pwede pa rin maka-upset ang Golden State against the Utah Jazz. It's a possibility. Pero huwag ka umasa, Joseph. Huwag ka umasa. Masasaktan ka lang.
Nakita na ni Dr. Strange yan sa 14 million possibilities. Lahat yun, Golden State upset.
Sige, sabi mo eh. So, you heard it here first, guys. Makaka-upset daw ang Golden State. Sabi nito ni Joseph.
And so,
sige, go.
Sa ating standings pala, notable na 1 game na lang ang inahabol nitong Washington Wizards sa 8th seed. So, from the 10th seed, ngayon 9th seed sila. and then 1 game away from the 8th seed. So possible na 1 game na lang ang kailangan nilang ipanalo para mapa-automatic playoffs. So this is a big development na alam naman natin, the Wizards started the season parang number 14 pa sila for the first 20 or 25 games. So talagang after na kompleto ng lineup nila and talagang na pick up ni Westbrook and ni Bradley Beal ang kanilang connection, at talagang nagtuloy-tuloy ang kanilang parang hot shooting streak and hot triple-double streak para kay Westbrook.
So ako personally, I used to be a Russell Westbrook fan. As in, nung nasa OKC siya, nung wala na si Kevin Durant, sobrang idol ko si Westbrook. Pero nung nagpunta siya sa Rockets, parang nawalan ako ng gana. Pero ngayon na nasa Wizards na siya, parang gusto ko na ulit maging fan. Kasi alam mo yun, kawawa naman yung tao hindi man lang makatikim ng panalo.
Okay naman siya sa Rockets kaso lang kasi small ball
Nag-PJ
Tucker Center
Hindi ko siya gusto sa Rockets nun Parang, teka lang wait lang, we are experiencing technical difficulties.
Okay, go.
Okay, we are back. Sorry for that technical difficulty. But rest assured na next video wala nang ganun. Kasi nagloloko-loko lang yung mic ko and kailangan ko ayusin. Pero okay na guys. Okay, so back to Russell Westbrook. I think si Russell Westbrook nung nasa Rockets siya, personally hindi ko nagustuhan yung style niya nung time na yun. Kasi parang dapat binibigay lang niya kay Harden. Parang si Harden yung main guy dapat nun. Pero parang nagbabako kasi si Westbrook minsan. Alam mo yun? Parang ayoko yung ganun Parang,
ako kasi gusto ko yung duo nila kasi nagiging cutter si Westbrook. Alley-oop na alley-oop. Kaso di din nila masyado na-execute lang.
Okay. Yun nga. Parang di masyadong naging effective yung duo nila. So dahil doon, hindi ko nagustuhan si Westbrook. Pero still, I think sana mag-playoff sila and I think pag nag-playoffs ang Wizards, ang unang makalaban nila Philly, talo rin naman sila So
pero magandang rivalry yan. Embiid versus Westbrook.
Embiid versus Westbrook.
Pangayan.
The process versus the Brody. So, tingnan natin. Okay, so for our playoff picture, we have wala namang masyadong bagong developments. Ganun pa rin naman. Kung ano yung nakita niyo kahapon, ganun pa rin. So, I think there's not much to discuss. Kasi yung na-discuss naman na natin ay yun na rin naman yung diniscuss natin for the past few days. Siguro yung pinaka-main development lang ay yung Washington Wizards. Possibly maagawan nila ang Charlotte Hornets sa 8th seed. And meron silang advantage pag ganun kasi pag 7 or 8 ka, technically twice to beat ka di ba?
Oo, twice to beat.
Kasi kailangan matalo ka rin nung 9 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Di ba? Okay. So, I think that's it for today. Wala naman na masyadong kailangan discuss. Wala namang bagong developments. So, before we end the vlog, may gusto ko bang sabihin, Joseph? Wala
naman.
Okay. Ako, isa lang masasabi ko. Kita niyo yung number 7 sa East. Yung 35 and 33. Yung nakalagay BOS. Yung Boston Celtics. Pa 7-7 seed lang yan, pero magugulat kayo magka-champion yan. Hintayin niyo lang guys. You heard it here first. Kaya pag may mga nakipagpustahan sa inyo kung sino magka-champion, makinig kayo sa akin guys. Maniwala kayo. Maniwala kayo. Ano sabi mo? Choke Nation?
Dub Nation.
Ano Dub Nation? Ano Dub Nation dito? Boston Celtics for the win. Okay, so joke lang guys. Okay, pupusta sa akin. Joke lang yun. Okay, so that's it for our vlog for tonight. I'm Noah and si Joseph kasama ko. So next vlog, antayin nilang makakasama ulit namin si Lex. Alam ko namang si Lex yung pinaka-favorite nyo guys kasi magaling siya mag-analyze, ganyan. Alam ko namang pinaka-ayaw niyo si Joseph kasi kung ano nagsasabi. Yung mga Dub Nation, di ba? Yung maginig kay Joseph, alam yan. Okay, so that's it for today's vlog. Thank you for watching. And thank you nga pala sa sponsor namin, NBA.com. Thank you for sponsoring us. Thank you for recognizing that we are the number 1 analysis channel ng NBA. Walang sinabi yung mga inside the NBA na yan. So, thank you, NBA.com. Babalikan namin kayo next time. Medyo masyado kasing maraming sponsors na kailangan namin replyan. Pero thank you, Adam Silver. I see you.
And don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, Hardwood Basketball TV, pati din sa Facebook. Bagong gawan page lang, Hardwood Basketball TV. And join our group for basketball sessions, Hardwood Hoops Basketball. So, this video is brought to you by Hardwood Hoops Basketball and we'll see you again tomorrow. Mamba out.
Tatum out.